Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, the most exciting 30 minutes in professional wrestling, is on the air. I'm joined here again this week with Kenneth Bolin at the television desk. We got a lot of great things coming your way. We got Rip Rogers is going to defend the Ohio Valley heavyweight title this evening right here against Nick Dinsmore. Now, one of the things I wanted to touch base with you on, Kenneth Bolin, is this influence that you have had over a lot of different wrestlers here in the OVW, but mostly what in the wide world of sports is going on with Robert Briscoe, senior referee,
Not
senior
a thing
whatever.
going on with Robert Briscoe. He's been doing a fine job down here in OVW, which everybody can see. He's really got his stuff together from what I can tell. He's been calling the matches right now.
He's got nothing together. He's gone off the deep end a couple different times.
He has not. He's been calling the matches right down the middle. He had that one lapse in a match with my man Rip Rogers, but other than that, he's done a fine job. Matter of fact, I just had him over to Camp Bolin for a picnic this weekend. Fine young man. I love him. He's a great guy.
I'm telling you right now, a mattress in a driveway behind your garage is not a training center.
Son,
it's not Camp Bolin.
You wish you had a third of what Camp Bolin is.
Well, right now, guess what? Danny Davis, Faye Davis, and both of our referees are in the ring. Faye, take it away.
I'm in the ring with OVW President Danny Davis. I understand you have a message for our officials of OVW.
Yes, thank you, Faye. You know, as everyone knows, being the owner of Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, I have to address a lot of compliments. I also have to address a lot of complaints. And over the past few weeks, we've been getting a lot of complaints about our officials here in Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. And what I would like to do right now is let everyone know that, Joe, over the past few weeks, the Ohio Valley Wrestling Office here in Jeffersonville, Indiana, has been flooded with letters. Matter of fact, you have got 77 letters right here for you. Briscoe, I want you to know that you got 213 letters right there. And there's one other thing I'd like to have your attention. Joe, if you would, come on around over here. The 77 letters that you got, Joe, were all praising your officiating. And I would like to let you know right now that as of this TV program, you are now the senior official in Ohio Valley. Okay. Now, I know. Now, right, you're right. You got 213 letters, and I understand that. Yeah, you did. You got more than he did, Robert. But the fact is, you got 213 complaints. Now, one thing I want you to know, that being the owner of Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, I listen to each and every one of the wrestling fans out there, and 213 of them said that you have not been doing a good job officiating. No, you do not. You have been very biased, and I just want you to know right now, you can look at each and every one of these people, and I think you are no longer the senior official. So congratulations, Joe.
I guess you heard that, Robert Briscoe.
Danny Davis, you can't do this to me because I'm the senior referee. I make decisions around here. All right. Okay, that's the way you want to be, Danny? All right. But let me tell you something. You've just made the biggest mistake of your entire career. I promise you that, Danny. And you can stop laughing at me anytime. I've just been publicly humiliated out here, and you're going to stand there and laugh at me? Who do you think you are? Danny Davis, this is not over by a long shot. I promise you that.
Oh, my God.
Dean Hill, back to you.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, going off the deep end's one thing, but to put his hand on Faye Davis and then push her into the ropes, I can't believe that, Bolin.
And you're going to stand there and say that he shouldn't have done it. Did you see what just happened to the man? That is the most stressful, that was the most degrading thing I've ever seen in my life. That man has done a fine job here in Ohio Valley. He's done everything he can to call it down the middle. And then Faye Davis, that well, don't get me going on her, but for her to stand up there and laugh in that man's face was disgusting.
I'll tell you right now, he should not have put his hands on Faye, let alone any woman. Listen, we got the OV heavyweight title coming. Rip Rogers and Nick Dinsmore are going to square off for the title, but first, back right after these words. What a great crowd we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to them screaming, OVW. Be here every Wednesday night to be part of our television show. 7 o'clock is bell time. Bring your children, bring your signs. It's great professional wrestling, the kind that you grew up with. No obscene language, nothing like that. $5 at the door. $4 is your advance ticket. Also, don't forget.
20% off, Rednecks. 20%.
Oh, man. This Thursday, St. Teresa's Church, get ready, because we're going to have a Rumble coming your way. That's right. The main event is a Rumble. 2 guys start. Every 60 seconds, a new wrestler comes to the ring. The last man standing takes it all.
That's 1 minute.
If you pick the wrestler that wins, you put your name in that box, and we draw your name out of it, you are going to be $50 richer. That's right, $50.
2 years income for all you rednecks out there. 2 years.
Oh, Bolin, come on. Also, don't forget, be with us tomorrow night, Sunday night, our regular show, 7 o'clock. Right now, the title's on the line. I know you're sweating it.
I don't
Rip
even
Rogers
think we're going to have
this.
a title match because the senior referee's not even in the ring. It's Joe Wheeler. I don't even think we're going to have a title match.
I'm glad to see the senior referee in the ring, Joe Wheeler. Faye Davis, take it away.
Disgusting.
This is an OVW heavyweight title match. It's one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, the challenger from Jeffersonville, Indiana, Nick Dinsmore. And his opponent, the Ohio Valley heavyweight champion from Seymour, Indiana, the Hustler, Rip Rogers.
The Hustler, Rip Rogers, and Nick Dinsmore is going to get a shot at the title that the Hustler's now holding on to. The new senior referee, Joe Wheeler.
Which is about the most sickening thing I've heard in a week or two, because Briscoe was supposed to be the assigned referee to this match. I do everything I can to make sure Briscoe's assigned to any match of any member of Camp Bolin, and this is just making me sick right now.
Well, it ought to make you sick. I'll tell you what, it's making everybody around here, it's making everyone around here tickled to death to know that Robert Briscoe no longer is going to be the senior referee.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got high-powered attorneys. My good friend Jim Cornette's got some pretty expensive ones. We're going to see what we can't do to get this thing turned around, because it is an absolute travesty what happened in that ring earlier.
Well, right now what's happening in the ring is just as wild with Nick Dinsmore and Hustler Rip Rogers. Rip working at the advanced headlock. Oh, look at him biting his ear.
Where? I think he was asking him to give up.
This isn't like Tyson and Holyfield. There should be an ear biting going on out here.
Well, it is a title match. It could be confused for that maybe, and it tells you what a big man Rip is, because our referee's not in the ring tonight, and he's still putting the belt up. That tells you what a great man he is.
Rip Rogers saying, Joe Wheeler, he's got me by the back of the hair.
And
obviously.
He did. I saw it. You got a bad angle. I saw the hair pulling.
You see what you want to see, Kenneth Bolin. That's obvious to everyone out here. Rip Rogers back into it with Nick Dinsmore.
Again, that's twice.
But he doesn't have his hair.
Well, of course he does. How do you know what's going on behind him? You just sit there, and if Rip tells you it happened, believe it did.
Have you ever heard the 2 words camera angle? Can't you see that he's not? It's obvious. Come on.
I'm watching the action live. I didn't look at the camera. That's the advantage of being here live. You get to see everything right here live and in person. That's why you should be buying your tickets and coming down and filling up this arena and seeing Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling.
I'll tell you, this is standing room only. We've got them packed in here today. Sets him up for the ride. It's reversed by Dinsmore. Follows him in and catches the boot for his trouble.
Let me tell you something, Dean. When you hear Rip Rogers and Kenny Bolin are going to be in a place, you better pack the arena.
Well, I still can't get over Robert Briscoe assaulting Faye out here.
He never assaulted her. He just told her to get an attitude adjustment and to shut her mouth and quit laughing at him.
He physically put his hands on her and shoved her across the ring, buddy.
Should have balled his
That
fist
is
up
assault.
Put her in her place is what he should have done.
It may be 4th degree instead of 1st degree, but it's still assault.
I guess you know the law.
I know enough of it. Right now, Rip Rogers working on that the nerve center at the base of the neck of Nick Dinsmore.
Be real appreciative if you point out that that's a nice, good legal maneuver he's using there.
Quit calling it the Vulcan neck pinch, all right, because it's not.
He looks like a Vulcan.
I know you're probably a Star Trekky fan, but...
Well, if he had pointy ears, he could easily be confused, I'll promise you that. Boy, these rednecks are loud in here tonight.
Oh, go, Nick, go. Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. I tell you, it's choking me up.
Yeah,
this is wild. Oh, now he stomps on his hand. Oh, come on.
I have to carry enough of this show. Don't make me do it all by myself, Dean.
The senior referee, Joe Wheeler, making sure everything's on the up and up.
That's the nerve hold.
And now we're, oh man, got that chin, jacking that head up. A lot of pressure on the neck.
Biggest favor Rip could do him is if he pulled that head right off his shoulders.
Go, Nick, go. Go, Nick, go. Listen to this crowd out here.
Are you
They're screaming.
with them?
I'm just wrapped
For
up in the
crying out
excitement
loud.
of Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. This is exciting.
Don't show favoritism. Be like me. Call it down the middle.
Call it down the middle?
Yeah, if he does anything good, I'll point it out. See, an idiotic move right there out of Nick Dinsmore. That shows
It's
the
not
goofy.
Dinsmore, it's Dinsmore. Thank you.
I got Dinsmore on my play card. There we go, picking him up by the back there. He tried to poke Rip in the eyes. Did you see that?
What?
He tried to poke him in. If he
You
did
have
break
lost
the rule,
your
I wouldn't
ever-loving
mind
mind.
it. No, I'm the only sane guy in the building.
Go, Nick, go. You listen to the crowd out here. They're screaming at the top of their lungs for Nick Dinsmore. His shot at the title. The belt is on the line, and Rip Rogers could very, very well lose it. Look, he's got to use the ropes. He's got to do a little cheating.
Rip is just so tall and lanky that he just didn't realize where he's positioned in the ring. No bad intentions there, I can assure you.
Well, Joe Wheeler's making sure things are on the up and up. The new senior referee. Thank goodness if you've tuned
That'll
in late.
last about 1 week until I get my attorneys on this and get that reversed.
If you have tuned in late, and I couldn't imagine why you would want to, Robert Briscoe has been relieved of his senior referee status out here. Joe Wheeler, the new senior referee in the OVW, has got this title match. And look, Rip Rogers into the hair. He's got to go into the hair. He's got to cut the corner.
The boy doesn't have any hair. How can you be calling hair pulling? There's no hair pulling at all.
Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Your winner and new heavyweight champion, Nick Dinsmore.
Nick Dinsmore. Nick Dinsmore. Learned the name right, Kenneth Bolin. Nick Dinsmore, your new Ohio Valley heavyweight champion. Look at the guys in the ring. His partner, Rob Conway, Jebediah Otter.
What I just saw.
Look at
Joe
Rip Rogers.
Wheeler's at the helm for what, 10 minutes? And we got crap like this going on around
Well,
here.
it shows you how long things have been wrong. That's probably the reason that Rip Rogers has been the heavyweight champion as long as he has, because Robert Briscoe's had his finger in all of this stuff. Joe
Can you
Wheeler,
imagine
good
how
job.
upset Jimmy Cornette's going to be when he hears about this?
Can you imagine how upset Rip Rogers is going to be?
I'm about to pass out. I can't believe what I just saw.
Well, listen, what you can do if you want to, if you and Rip want to get in here and work out a few things, you can rent Davis Arena. You can give us a call at 280-7039, Kenny.
I am
You
sick
can
to
rent
my
the
stomach.
arena, and you and Rip can come in here quietly when no one's around and try to figure out
Well,
exactly
there's
what
sure
happened
too darn
there.
many people in here tonight. All the mayhem, all the screaming going on, all the misjustice that's been carried out.
It's a
and
great
now
night.
Rip Rogers
It's
has
a
been knocked
great-
out of the title.
It's a great night. Nick Dinsmore, heavyweight champion. Put that under his name from now on. Listen, Nick was trained here at OVW, right here at the training center by the legendary Nightmare Danny Davis. You saw Danny a little earlier on the show. We got a special package
Yeah, we
right now,
saw him.
ladies and gentlemen. Usually, if you're going to get trained to be a professional wrestler, you got to drive out of state. It costs thousands of dollars. We are right here in your own back door, Jeffersonville, Indiana, 1121 Mechanic Street. You could come here for 52 weeks.
How much is the money? What's that cost?
52 lessons with Nightmare Danny Davis, and yes, Kenneth Bolin, you say pocket change to you only, ready for this, $300.
You better get down here and take advantage of it, because if I worked with you, it's $300 an hour, so it is a steal. You better get on down here.
Listen, we're going to be back right after this. Hear this crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of action we have here every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Davis Arena. Bring your children. Bring your signs. Wear your T-shirts. We have a great time
No
here every
porky
Wednesday.
signs. I don't want to see a one of them in here. No porky signs.
Don't forget also, this Thursday night, St. Teresa, get ready because we're going to rumble. We're going to be there. You know what a rumble is. I've already explained it, and you could win $50 if you pick the correct wrestler that wins the rumble, and we pull your name out of that box.
That's like winning the lottery for those heathens over here to win $50.
Oh,
They think
Bolin,
they
don't
did the big
insult
time.
these people. Also, tomorrow night, Sunday night's our regular show. We got action in the ring. Faye Davis, take it away.
This match is one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first from Evansville, Indiana, the self-proclaimed most handsome man in wrestling, Jason Lee. Washington, Steve Finley.
Oh, Jason Lee with another insult, as if Robert Briscoe didn't give enough. The junior referee, Robert
No, he's
Briscoe.
not junior. He's still senior in my eyes, and that's all that matters. And Faye Davis is barely worthy of even holding his boa, in my opinion.
And we got a newcomer here into the OVW, Steve Finley, wrestles out of the West
I'm
Coast.
the international traveler, being as I'm the one that scouts all the talent around here, let me tell you a little bit about Steve Finley. You're exactly right. He is from the West Coast, hails from the Seattle area, and as you know, Jimmy Cornette don't do too many Raw shows. The old Kenny Bolin ain't there. This young man has been in a lot of those shows, and as bad as I hate to admit it, he's done a fine job. Maybe I could pull him aside one day and kind of smarten him up, because he's got a bad little thing going on. He's in the ring with Jason Lee.
Well, if you're going to smarten him up to stay away from Camp Bolin, all right?
Not hardly.
Right now, Jason Lee and Steve Finley going at it right now. Oh, big hip toss from Finley. And looks like a drop kick looks the same on the West Coast as it does here in the Ohio Valley.
And the misses look just the same, too. See, that is a man I've been working with right there, and he'd probably have a pretty good shot against anybody else tonight, but that is Jason Lee, and I don't really like his chances here tonight.
Well, the biggest problem that Steve Finley's got is not so much with Jason Lee, but with Robert Briscoe. The state of mind Briscoe's in, I'm surprised that he hasn't gone off the deep end out here.
He hasn't gone off the deep end yet. He's been calling it down the middle, and because it hasn't been working for your so-called fan favorites, you guys, Danny Davis and all the rednecks, have a problem with it. He's done a fine job.
213 complaints on Robert Briscoe.
All from rednecks, which means nothing to me. Nothing.
Jeez.
Look at all the fan mail I get.
You have to have more than one letter for it to be fan mail.
There's more coming.
Yeah, there's going to be more coming. Dropping the elbow right now. Steve Finley underneath of it. 2 count for Robert Briscoe.
I thought that was it right there.
Could be. He's got him into the headlock.
That'd be a shame, poor boy, come out all that way from Seattle and get beat that quick. But it's about to happen here any minute.
Yeah, he's not being beat right now. Right now, he's holding his own against Jason Lee, working his way out of this headlock. Briscoe telling him, watch that elbow.
He better.
He ducks under the clothesline, ducks under the elbow. Oh, reverse spinning back.
I will point out that is one of the things I've liked about the young man. He is a high flyer. He got a lot of quick moves and could work to his advantage. I'll pull him aside and talk to him one day.
You better leave Steve Finley alone. That's the last thing he needs is to be in Camp Bolin. Big backdrop, Jason Lee right now wishing that he had his tag team partner out here with him. Oh, clothesline.
We don't need no tag team partner for Steve Finley.
Oh,
what kind of move was that?
I thought for a second he was going to whip him over. Foot
on the rope.
Got the foot on the rope.
You see what he did there? He took the time to acknowledge the foot was on the rope. Stop the count. That's what you want a ref to do.
Well, that's what you got to do as a junior referee.
Oh,
you want to
he's
work
not
your way
a
back
junior.
to the
Quit
top.
calling him that.
Oh, what a back! Oh man, a backbreaker from Steve Finley. Jason Lee
had a
caught
little bit
that
of the
one
trunks
bad.
there. I hate to see him resort to those types
Oh,
of
is he going to use his own moonsault against him? Nobody's home.
Nah,
Jason Lee.
That never happened to Jason.
It happens to Jason almost all the time.
I've never seen it.
Oh, and steps it. Oh.
Now right here is how you execute a moonsault coming up right here. Show him how it's done, Jason.
Oh, look at Briscoe standing there proudly watching. Oh, man, and lands on him.
That's it.
Oh,
roll him up.
Hooks him up. 2, 3.
Your winner, Jason Lee.
Jason Lee taking this match over young Steve Finley coming
Long
in here from the
flight
West
back to
Coast.
Seattle, boy.
Oh, Kenneth Bolin.
Congratulations, Jason.
You
Great
better
win.
grab whatever straws you can here because your main man, the top dog, the head honcho of Camp Bolin, Rip Rogers, lost his belt earlier.
Rectified by the end of the night. After what happened in there, I'm going to make a couple of phone calls. That belt will be back around his waist when the night's over.
Right,
I ain't worried about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you can rent Davis Arena. Give us a call, 280-7039, in regards to having a function here if you'd like to. You can also just come in here and get in the ring if you'd like to. Give us a call. You can rent this place.
As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to rent the ring tomorrow night and give my man his belt back. How's that? Will you come?
Why don't you,
can
rent
MC
your
the
ring
thing.
to rent it tomorrow night and show him what happened that he lost the belt. Listen, don't forget, OVW Training Center right here in your own back door, ladies and gentlemen, 1121 Mechanic Street, Jeffersonville, Indiana. An entire year of professional wrestling, 52 2 lessons by the nightmare himself, Danny Davis, and it's not thousands of dollars like normal. It's only $300, your pocket change, Kenneth Bolin.
Hourly wage for me. Come on down. Learn to be a wrestler. And like I said, you got enough money, I might even be your manager.
You learn to be a wrestler, stay away from this guy. We're going to be back right after this.
No, you got to apologize.
You hear this crowd, ladies and gentlemen? Every Wednesday night, Davis Arena rocks. You need to be part of it. It's great action. $5 at the door, $4 is your advance tickets. We have a great time. It's a family atmosphere. There's no obscene language. There's no extreme violence. It's the kind of professional wrestling that you grew up with. And don't forget St. Teresa, the Rumble, Kenneth Bolin.
$50,
the Rumble.
$50 if the fan picks out the winner. And boy, what are you going to do with all that money? I might go down there and pick the winner myself, and I'll take the money.
That's this Thursday. This Thursday, June the 18th, St. Teresa's Church, we're going to rumble. We got a 6-man tag
and
main event coming.
Flash Flanagan, I love him.
Your man, Flash Flanagan. Faye Davis, take it away.
This is a 6-man tag match. It's 1 fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first, the team of David C., Dave the Rave, and Flash Flanagan. And their opponents, the team of Steve Marino, Trailer Park Trash, and Rob Conway.
Man, what a great way to finish a fantastic show. Senior referee Joe Wheeler has got control of this main event. The senior referee should have control of the main event.
Quit referring to him as the senior referee, because that's going to be fixed by the end of the night. What I love about this match right here is that we've already got a built-in advantage. You see that man in the ring, Rob Conway? Jealousy already in his eyes because of the man who's holding the belt, his partner.
His partner, and he's proud to have been one of the first guys out here to congratulate the new heavyweight champion, Nick Dinsmore, was his partner, Rob Conway.
That was a bogus front.
It's not like it is in Camp Bolin. There's no jealousy there. There's no animosity.
There's none in Camp Bolin. We all love each other. This is going to lead to his demise, I promise you, because he can't stand that his partner's got the belt.
Steve Marino in the ring and now back out, and a message from the Marino family. You better quit talking about him. I understand you upset his father.
Yeah, I upset the family.
What a chop! Flash Flanagan, a chop on Rob Conway. Rob Trailer Park and Steve Marino teamed up.
If you really think for a minute that I'm upset over upsetting a bunch of Italians, you've lost your mind. Flash is off to a slow start.
Flash is feeling the effects of Rob Conway right now.
I've obviously miscalculated this Conway character. The jealousy is enraging him so bad that
Look
now
at
he's trying to... What happened?
What do you mean what happened? He put a foot in his back.
I was talking and didn't see it.
Well, I understand those lips get flapping. Sometimes they cover your eyesight, but...
watch your mouth, Dean Hill. What happened to Faye could just as easily happen to you.
I couldn't believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in late, Robert Briscoe was demoted from his senior referee status and got so upset in the middle of the ring, he actually assaulted Faye Davis out here.
Rave there, I might point out.
It was unbelievable. This was going to be a fantastic show. Then he assaults Faye Davis. But then again, on the other hand, shortly after that, Rip Rogers loses the heavyweight belt.
Makes you wonder if there might have been a conspiracy going on, don't it? I sure think there's one.
The international playboy, David C. I know you haven't seen David before, but comes from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Teenage heartthrob that he says that he is.
He's a good-looking young man. I've heard good things about him.
You got a lot in common with him.
What are you trying to say, Dean Hill?
Well, I guess basically then you're both.
Well, he's 40, 50 pounds heavier than I am, if that's where you're leading to. But no, he's a good-looking young man.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but if you want to bring it up for yourself, I understand.
Well, just point this out. He can lose weight. You're always going to be ugly.
Oh, yeah. Here comes a run across the ring. Clothesline. Another one out. Oh, man. Trailer Park Trash is jacking it all up. Getting ready to haul them all out of here.
And you want to talk about jealousy. That young man in the ring right there, Trailer Park Trash, jealous over his cousin, and now his cousin's out of the wrestling business.
His cousin is out of the ring right now because Robert Briscoe, the former senior referee, suspended him. Now that that's all been resolved,
his last good act that he did as senior ref.
You've lost your...
Not hardly.
David C. says, I'm number one. He's got Trailer Park Trash. Hold it. Down into the small package. 1, 2. That's it. How?
Your winners, Steve Marino, Trailer Park Trash, and Rob Conway.
the Italian Stallion Steve Marino and Trailer Park Trash victorious in this main event. What a great show. This has been a great show, Kenneth
It
Bolin.
hasn't been a great show. Rip Rogers has been ripped out of the title. He just held tights to get a win over my team up there. This is a travesty. He'll be reinstated by the time we go on the air next week. I promise you.
Don't believe that, ladies and gentlemen. The best thing is Robert Briscoe had me up here flapping in my ear all night long.
I've missed him. It was a great help to me.
I tell you, it's been a big distraction over the last couple of
Wheeler
weeks.
doesn't come up and help us like that.
Listen, the best news is new heavyweight champion. Nick, can you say Nick Dinsmore?
No, I can say Nick Dinsmore stole the title.
Listen, St. Teresa's, this Thursday night, we're coming, 11:01 East Kentucky.
Go out there and get
the
your money.
Rumble, it's going to be a great, great night. I guess you're going to be there for the Rumble.
You can always count on Kenny Bolin being anywhere the stars
Out
are.
of Camp Bolin. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great time. Be with us every Wednesday night for our television show, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Sunday night is our regular show. From our family to yours, thanks for being with us. From here in the heart of the Ohio Valley, I'm Dean Hill for Kenneth Bolin. See you in ringside.